In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to colorize this image in Adobe Illustrator CC 2015 using Live Paint. I actually created this image in black ink, which is a new technology by Anoto Creatives. I painted with a special pen on a special black ink book and then uploaded it to my computer or to my black box, if you say, and then open it in Adobe Illustrator. And here I'm about to colorize this shape. But if I'm going to look at that and select everything, you can see how many anchor points I have. And this is what happens when you start drawing on something and then transforming it as a shape. This is tons of anchor points. Not everything is closed, and if I'm going to look at my layers panel, you see how many paths I have here. It's almost impossible to go here and start closing everything. So I'm just going to go and use a different kind of way to do that. I'm going to hold on my Option or Alt key and copy it to another artboard, open a new layer, call it colorizing, and then move this object into a new layer. I'm going to deselect and then see I have that in front of me. I'm going to select it again and I'm going to go to Object, Live Paint and Make, which is Command Option X or Control Alt X. That will create that into a live paint. And what live paint basically doing behind the scene is looking at the shape that I was drawing and telling me, you know what, it looks as some of them are kind of closed. Let me just help you draw with live paint bucket and then make sure all the areas is kind of close, which is really great feature. I'm gonna go to the live paint bucket right now, or go to the letter K, and then here I am in the live paint bucket. I'm going to go to my swatch panel and click on, let's say, the purple, and I'm going to deselect, and you can see when I'm selecting it again, look at my bounding box over here. The bounding box looks like a little different and shows you basically what live paint is all about. Tiny little lines that closing it together. I'm going to deselect, double click on the live paint bucket. I'm going to change the color to blue light and choose the color, and now I'm going to go over it, and then I can see everywhere that I see the blue line, that tells me that actually Illustrator detected a live paint region over here. So I'm going to go here and do that. I'm going to go to the flag, I'm going to go to the top of here, and then I'm going to go to an arrow key and start looking for another color. I'm going to go to this area. This is a nice region. This is a nice region. I'm going to go here and make it a little lighter, and I can see the windows are actually different. They were part of the same region, but this window was a different region. I could have gone in with the selection tool and fix it, but for now I'm going to leave it as is. And you can see here I have that. I can go into this area and select that and go back, and all of a sudden I can see here that I actually cannot do live paint because the area is completely open. I'm going to click OK, and here I'm going to make a decision. I might go to my pen tool and go to the edge of one of the lines and basically go in and try to close it. I can also select it with the selection tool and add it to the paint group, but for now I'm just going to leave it as is and try to figure it manually. So you can either close some stuff manually, or you can select it with the selection tool and add it to the live paint group. I'm going to go here and deselect and try to go back and see I didn't close it the right way because I don't see the area here, but here it's okay. And I'm going to go in here and click and go back here, and you can see this is kind of like a fun looking image that I did very fast with black ink, and I'm able to go in and colorize it in Adobe Illustrator. One of the main things that you have though with live paint is that you cannot use any appearances on it. So after having that in live paint, I can go in and duplicate it to another artboard. And then I'm going to move it actually to another layer. Once I have it here, I can go in and expand Live Paint. Once I expanded Live Paint, I'm basically free to do anything that I want. I can go in here to and isolate this area and go to my appearance panel and decide that I want this fill to be basically a different color or shape or anything that I want. Or even I'm going to go in here and add a new fill and go to the top fill and use a pattern on it, and then go to the opacity panel and make that a multiply. And you can see here that I fill this area with a different region and different kind of color. I'm going to select this region over here, double click on it to isolate. Once again, I can go in either to the fill or to my appearance panel. I can click in here and choose a different color, deselect, and so on. So here you have it. You can see how I can paint or draw something, actually draw something with the new technology of black ink, upload it directly to Illustrator, go to Live Paint and take the regions that I surrounded with Live Paint and paint them, and then go back, expand it, and use other features to make my drawing a little more complete.